Gotta hook up my chat to that. All right. All right, all right, all right. Live on YouTube. All right, all right. I have not changed my Twitch title or YouTube title for like a month. Both of them are working on Suit for Hire still. And then this one's bug fixing and stuff. I don't think this is an old... this might be an old problem, Reamer. I heavily doubt it's the progress bar causing that. I think it's... like, genuinely, this is just... must be a bug with a counterattack. Right here. Right here. Right here. Found the problem. Found the problem. Ah. It's gonna be weird seeing you looking at C++ code instead of blueprints. It'll be like a half-half thing, but I think what I'll try to do on stream is try to focus more on blueprints, just because I feel like it's probably more enjoyable to look at from a viewer experience standpoint. But it will be kind of like 50-50-ish. 50-50 for me. For you guys, it'll probably be like 60-40, 70-30. I don't know. We'll see. But I think most gameplay I'm still going to do in blueprints. Just a lot of like the nitty gritty shit. Okay, so let me test if normal counterattack works just fine. Works just fine. Bug squashed. All it took was one branch. That's all it took. One branch. That calls for a break. Yo, totally. Yo, any game devlog videos that are good to watch? Let's just quickly scroll through game devlog last month. This month, let's take a look. Game devlog. Why my game still isn't finished after 5 years? Yeah, I feel that, man. What the fuck? That's kind of trippy. They like put a fake timeline on their video. That's kind of, hey, that's meta. I also kind of really fucking love that thumbnail. That's like old-fashioned, like really old-fashioned cover. It's kind of nice. You know what? I kind of dig that. That's pretty smart too. All right, well, that was reaction hour. Thanks for dropping by. Executing another enemy while grabbing a different enemy causes the grabbed enemy to get stuck, walking in place. Okay, so here's the problem, okay? So here's the problem, okay? Let's say I beat up this guy. And then I grab this guy, and then I execute that guy. Well, this guy gets stuck in place forever. So... I know how we can fix this. Oh wait, how is this happening? We have a cancel grab right here. Oh, it uses a delay, and in that delay, it... Oh, shit. I bet you if I remove the delay, this fixes the issue. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, shit. Okay, I think that didn't count because I hit one of them and... Goodbye. That's what mine did? Goodbye. It was nice knowing you. Goodbye. For real. Alright, well. Well, that's a funny little situation. That's a funny little situation. Hmm. What can I do here? Can you just make it so you can't execute while grabbing? I could, but then that problem comes in. The problem with that becomes a player is doing multiple events. Let's say they have toggle grapple on, and they're just trying to slam the execute button. We end up in the realm of purposefully losing inputs on the player, which can be, you know, really frustrating. So it's just on a basis of, okay, how do we fix it so that the other enemy is perfectly fine, and the execution goes through. We can definitely cancel it. We could definitely make it so you literally cannot execute while holding an enemy, but flying? Okay, I think I see what the problem is. Do I? Wait, hold on. Yeah, the simple answer would be making it so we just can't execute and then we just don't cause the bug, but then we end up causing a different issue. So even if we turn off the false, I think what's going on is the execution is going through too quickly. This gets reset. We could do like an if statement here. All right, I have an idea. We could do this as a test to see if this feels okay, but it would require a delay, which is not fun. Oh shit. I wasn't looking at YouTube chat. Why, Troy? Are you okay, brother? Are you on? Are you on something, brother? What the hell's going on in my YouTube chat? Guys? Guys? Yeah, anyways, YouTube chat. Hello, sorry, my bad. Ipes. Bockware. How's it going? Yo, Levy? Ruining it for all of us YouTubers. It sounds like a bot. I don't know. I don't know. I doth not knoweth what the problemeth is. So here's the thing. You can actually execute the enemy that you're grabbing, and that's fine. Oh, now I broke it though. Hold on. Do I know about validated get nodes? I do. I do. The thing is, I don't need to use... I don't need to use the input of this, which is why I'm not using a validated get, instead using a manual is valid. In fact, I'm actually not even going to use this is valid. I'm actually going to use this is valid because I want to do an and statement to check that the enemy that we're trying to kill is not equal the enemy that we currently have grappled. So then that way we can still execute the enemy that we have grappled. I do know about validated get nodes. I use it in a bunch of places. I could probably find a use case right here. I saw, though, one thing that's cool is in, I think, in 5.7, you can switch out a boolean and turn it into a branch. So you could like right click on a branch and like do the same thing that you would here, but instead it's going to turn it into a branch. That's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty sick. Hey, I don't know if that's in 5.7. I know that's in, I saw it's a thing that's being added in. I just don't know which version. I just don't know which version. I think that's sick. I love I love shit like that. That'll make blueprints look a little nicer, you know? It'll make shit look a little neater. Is it set up in the sense that where you automatically let go of a grabbed enemy for a nearby execution? So how it's supposed to happen is whichever enemy that you currently have grappled,
shit my pants, I did,
would be let go before you execute an enemy. That being said, if you are executing the enemy that you're currently grappling, I don't think there's an issue there, right? Because at that point they die and then, you know, we don't need to reset them or anything like that. For some reason, chances are it could be this delay that we have in here. We have a 0.1 second delay. And then right after that, we clear the reference. And I think because we clear the reference, we're no longer, like, they get fucking broken and shit. Alameda, thank you for the 40 months, by the way. Thank you. Actually, we wanted does not equal. If false, go ahead and cancel grab, cancel throw. If true, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a cancel grab. I'm going to test this. It's not going to be pretty. We're going to do a slight delay, and then we're going to go through with the event. I want to see if that would work. Yeah, thank you, Almida. Thank you. Obviously, it didn't feel very good. But it works. You know that tooltip text you got on screw and you run out of ammo and you can throw the thing you're currently holding. It's like a red text. For some reason, it kept showing up when I restart my chapter. If you can get a video of that for me, Reamer, I can try to look into why that might be happening. Is it this one? Is it the one at the bottom here? The throwing text? Or is it... hold on. Well, I gotta time out someone on YouTube because, like, this is not helpful for anybody. Anybody else who wants to chat on YouTube chat. Hey, YouTube chat. It's good to see you again. Good to see you again. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. I'm just saying. My body hurts. I'm in a bad fucking mood. Don't fuck with me, okay? Like, don't write anything stupid, okay? Listen, I just want to have a chill time, okay? I just want to have a chill time. Man, I can't wait until we put overkill in this. Then you can truly be a psychopath. Is it this one? Hold to throw weapon? I'm gonna guess it's this one. Yeah, I was stuck on screen. Kept showing up when I restart my chapter. I did notice something weird happening like that as well. I just don't know how to reproduce it. So if you can figure out the steps of reproducing it, I can probably figure out how to fix this issue. But I think I know what you're talking about. I'm shook that it's 40 months already. It's kind of crazy, man. I think, has that been... I don't know how many months... Oh, by the way, I don't even know if... I think I forgot. Twitch told me that it was my streamerversary, whatever the fuck that means. My streamerversary is coming up in 2 days. I think I missed it. It was supposed to be on August 3rd. Yeah, oopsie. It was my streamerversary. I got affiliate in 2020, August 3rd. It's kind of wild, man. That's kind of wild. This is random information. If you want to access the chat via API, you have a rate limit, and it's not subscription-based, it's request-based. You need to request the current chat at intervals. Well, good to know. Maybe one day that'll come in use. I even skipped a few months because of military. You were in the military, right, Almeida? How many months did you do? Was that like a 1-year thing? I know in Switzerland, I think it's... Well, Switzerland, for example, I think it's a year or 2. Get ready for push-ups. I literally am not physically well enough to do push-ups right now. My body hurts. I'm in pain. Reaper, curious what you did before going into game dev, assuming this is your full-time gig. Now it's essentially full-time. I'm going full-time on it. Before I was doing contract work. I was doing contract work beforehand for a game studio. Also doing various other things as well, but that's obviously NDA'd. But I was doing this part-time essentially. For the first like year of when we released this game into early access 4 to 5 years ago, I did do like 1 year of full time, but I'm gonna be honest, I was really lazy and I did not use that time very wisely. And I'm hoping this time around I can try to use my time a little bit more wisely, being a bit more effective with my time. Obviously, definitely doesn't seem that way. I'm still working on it. Still working on it. But yeah. I went for 1 month, but it fucked me for 1 year. I paid money to reduce it to 1 month because of job, etc. That's interesting. You can pay money to reduce your military time. That's kind of interesting. Almeda's a cakes stream enjoyer. Poggers. A Bachware noticed you in YouTube chat, Almeda. You must be a celebrity, eh? Pay to win? Literally, pay to win. Actual microtransactions in the military. That's funny. Okay, so I think we... technically fixed it. Basiator finally managed to verify my Twitch account after contacting Twitch support. Hey, glad you got it fixed, man. You literally went into the trenches because Amazon support is... The fact they even helped you out, that's kind of baffling. That's kind of surprising. Oh. Any good stretches I should do? Anybody know any good like morning stretches I should do? You guys ever talked about the new Mafia game? What'd you think? What'd y'all think? I don't know. I never really played any of the Mafia games. It didn't really seem, at least to me, it didn't really seem too interesting. You know what seemed more interesting to me is within that realm of those types of style games, the new 007 game looked kind of fucking sick to me. It looked pretty good. Hey, Ricardo, bought this game a little while ago. I didn't think it was actually being worked on like this. Yeah. It's a bunch of like wires and shit. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of wires and cables and boxes and whatnot and a little bit of code here and there. I noticed something. I'm not able... I want him to block because I think I noticed a bug where... Oh, I know why. We're using the Deagle, which makes the third hit more powerful. Oh. Hey, Golden. Thank you for many hours of playtime. I hope you enjoyed it. Drag and drop code dev. Yeah, that's me. Sinless. What's on today's dev agenda? Well, this we just fixed, I believe. It doesn't feel too bad. That 0.12 second delay is not like horrible. Obviously, we still have that issue where like the enemy placements are a little bit desynced and not perfect, but the enemy that was grabbed and is no longer grabbed is no longer, you know, staying stuck in a position. We still got a few more bugs in here. We got some quality of life stuff we still need to do. One level change, adding more enemies. And then a couple more things here. Yeah. Way better from what it was. Yeah, it was... Literally prior to this, the enemy was just breaking. Like literally just freezing and breaking. So, yeah. Which is always going to get more enemies. So what I'm planning on doing is one thing that I think would be kind of cool is making this an actual door. Maybe having a little side room in here. Have a couple enemies in here. And then when you push the button, one thing I find really boring about this bookshelf is this bookshelf, the prior idea, and I never got around to this, is while this bookshelf is pressed, enemies would come through this door. So that's the idea, is to kind of upgrade this level a little bit. While this door opens, we have some enemies kind of coming through, and that kind of helps keep the action going. Yeah. Here for stretching. A medieval torture device? Well, I guess that would stretch me out, huh? Did you want to become Elastic Man? How's the rolling on ground looking? Rolling is looking, I think, okay. We cleaned up the animation a little bit by just moving it where it played. I was confused in this room for a little bit. Yeah, I know. I saw a streamer playing it as well, and they were like, they didn't know. Well, A, they didn't know where the button was, and B, they didn't know the door opened once they pushed it. So that's something I'd like to. There's two things I'd like to potentially fix there. Oh, are you talking about the sliding contra? I ended up just kind of skipping that. I think it would have been too much work. I'll probably end up doing this, I don't know, at a future date or something, working on it. We were kind of experimenting with it. I'm not going to do those push-ups, I'll admit. My body, I shit you not, I am in like, my body hurts, man. Actually, hold on. How do I refund you? Let me refund you real quick, because like, I can't be doing this shit. My body hurts. I'm marking as complete all of the other ones. I've got 250 requests to confirm. It's a half scam. Hey, be glad I actually went and took the effort to go into the UI and refund your points. I spent like 2 hours trying to figure out if I missed something. There are female character models, kind of. It's just not the best. I'll be honest, I'm not a character artist, so a lot of it is skill issue. One thing I will be doing, I won't be adding more character customization options. I will be adding in better mod support, so then people can just mod in their own customization options without it. So right now, what modders have to do is they replace a piece of clothing that's already there. What I'd like to do is make it so it adds a slot entirely, so like you can have as many character customization mods as you'd like. That's one thing I'd like to do. Can we have cat ears for suit? Hey, well, mod it in. Oh, my body. My body. Ugh. Ooh. I tried Titan Quest 2. It's great. Is that like the latest ARPG, right? When I saw it, looked like an ARPG. Photo mode, I found really funny. When I was playing Max Payne 3, they had a thing where you could go into the pause menu and there was a button to hide the UI, and holding right click would make it so you could like go into photo mode, basically. Kind of photo mode. I think that's something I might do. I think I added it to my list somewhere in here. Photo mode by just hitting pause menu button to hide menu and move camera around. Right, so this is, I think that would be kind of cool. We'd implement it within the pause menu. Maybe it'd be like a specific button in the corner, and then you could like maybe start panning around, maybe slowly move the camera around your character at a specific radius. I don't want to put that in for this update because it might break things. So just want to be careful. That might be something I could do. That's a lot easier than a replay editor, all things considered, so. and then all you'd have to do is just open the pause menu. And if anything, maybe I can figure out a hotkey that like opens pause menu and immediately goes into photo mode, I guess. Yeah, I'd love to do replay editor. We fucked around with that a little bit. What was the command called? Demo play test one. Like we tested it a few times. I would have to essentially, oh my god, that was loud. I would essentially have to replicate the game, like make the game replicated, which means make it, well, not really multiplayer, but kind of multiplayer. So you can imagine the amount of work I'd have to do to get this to work properly. But it is something I'd like to do. You know? It's something I'd like to do. Moving the camera while the game's paused is a little tricky though. We could figure it out. I've figured out a lot of things, figuring out how to like override it so then they can still run while paused and whatnot. I even overrode some of the widget stuff so I can run some events while paused and whatnot, because that was like a problem. Why are the bullets flying in the... Right, it's like, the thing is, we have a lot of stuff we'd have to do there to make it work properly. So that was like, I think like a week ago, we just fucked around a little bit to see how hard it would be. I think it's doable. It would just take quite a bit of time. And I'd rather focus on like gameplay improvements first before going into any sort of realm like that, if we end up doing it. Oh, there is a button base heater. It's H. And there's also settings for it. And I also plan on putting additional settings for the HUD as well. Some people asked like, hey, can I just have the HUD but without things like the score and the death penalty and stuff? So that's something that's also going to potentially make its way in. You could turn off the crosshair. You can turn off weapon drop indicators that just look like a little glowing weapon instead. You can turn off execution indicators, enemy firing indicators, enemy spotted alerts, blah, 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 a lot of shit. You can turn off a lot of shit. There's a lot of settings. Maybe a little too many. Maybe a little too many. Yeah, the replay system uses replicated variables, I guess, as its way of creating save data. That being said, luckily I can half-ass it because we are still the server, so everything's priority over the server. We just need to, I believe, multicast everything. I think we just have to multicast everything. That was my assumption of how it works. I don't know how it actually works, but that seemed to be how it worked for the demo stuff. But it definitely doesn't require like fully replicated stuff. It is a built-in thing in Unreal, yeah. The only challenge is making it look pretty. Yeah, the only there's some huge design problems we'd have to like figure out, where I'd have to make it so the replicated data can be separate from the player character. A lot of things are tied to the player character, like the direction we're facing, the direction we're shooting in. I don't really know how I would make it so we can instead have that done in a local, like done better on a demo. Only account for another pawn on the level that's possessed with the player. Yeah, that's the thing, y'all. A lot of things are tied to the player character, which does cause some humongous problems. I've used the sequencer track before. It's a bit fucking janky, Anderson, but this is in the case of community players wanting to create replays. If you treat it like a local co-op, then it'll work as expected for the replay automatically. I've never made a local co-op game, so... So, I don't know what the workflow is like, to be honest. Like, I think what we were doing to fuck around with it is, we just set a bunch of shit to... We set a bunch of custom events to run on multicast. And that was reading the data. Maybe I'm using the wrong replay system. I don't know, yeah. The only way I could get anything to work is by creating basically, essentially, replicated variables. Like, I think some of these variables are replicated now. Because I was trying to fuck around with it. Right here, yeah. Based on what I was messing around with, it was based on replication, so I'm not sure how to make it so it records locally. I know there's different kinds of streamers. I still don't fully understand what each streamer type does. So I don't know if you have like documentation for that, like more single player oriented, that could be helpful. How you doing, Faith? This was the only way for me to send some information, is actually like half replicating it. Have I ever played Dead Rising? I have not. I have not. See, I looked at UE4 replays. I was using these docs and read data drawn from the built-in replication system. So I don't know how to make it so it reads locally without requiring any replicated data. Unless there's a different replay system that I don't know about. I know there's streamers. There's different types of streamers. I looked at this link and I saw different types of streamers in here. But I'm not entirely certain which one to switch to and how to switch to it. The documentation doesn't really fucking know how to show that. Previous project, it basically records all the world state and properties locally. Okay, so I think that has to do with the streamer type then. I must be using the one that's like, I don't know, fucking one of these. You're a comedian. Can you use the replay and sequencer? I have a feeling these are two separate systems. The default value local file network replaying streamer can be changed by setting the default factory name variable in the network rip. Use the local file streamer. Demo drivers use the local file streamer by default, but can override this by receiving the URL option. Replay streamer override set to the name of different streamer factories modules such as in-memory network replay streaming or HTTP or replay streaming. The default value local file. By setting the default factory name variable in the network replay streaming section of your project default engine.ini file. Give me a second. I gotta turn off the dryer. Okie dokie. Yeah, it was something I really loved. I would have loved to do, Anderson, for sure. You know, the game tries to lean into a direction of being like an action movie game. It would only make sense to have a replay editor. It's just replay data format. In terms of data, replay contains 3 types of game state information as well as some additional text data. The start is baseline data describing the checkpoints that act as snapshots. Any moment in the game can be reconstructed by the engine. Applying each the text is continuing replay consistent. Use your find text tags. Use when searching. The thing is, the default is the local file streamer. The local file streamer records replay data synchronously, asynchronously to a single file in local storage such as a hard drive. As the default streamer. Introduction in version 420, replacing the null streamer. I have no clue how to make it so this replay editor does not require replicated variables. The replay file system is basically non-existent. I had to manually use UE's file system and check inside the saved folder and check for files just to show them in the game for a file browser. It's so under-supported. Great. Can't wait to get to that part of all of this bullshit. This might be useful. Let's see. I think I watched this video. I watched this video, and the guy is trying to figure out shit during the fucking video. So thanks, Ask a Dev. Thanks, guy. Yeah, I remember watching this video, and the guy was fucking confused while working on it. So great. Yeah, it's a good tutorial. Sounds like Unreal in a nutshell. Sometimes. The Null Streamer. This is good for making local recordings, especially with single-player games. The recordings can be very helpful for a variety of uses, such as producing. I have a feeling, y'all, that you were using the Null Streamer. But how do I switch to the null streamer? The appropriate URL argument as a parameter. Oh, I'd love to know what is the URL parameter for the thing. I know you can set it in there, but what do I fucking set it? Hold on. Such as in-memory network replay streaming. Okay. You can override this by receiving the URL option. Hold on, let me close this fucking piece of shit. Oh, I gotta make sure I don't show anything there. Okay. I'm in the default engine.ini file. However, there's no arguments for this. UE4 replay streamer override. It was fairly easy to add. Below is all I needed. Recording a replay. However, the in... Oh, they record the replay by specifically assigning an option to it. So you actually don't need to set it in the default engine ini file. It seems like you can actually do it whenever you want to. How is there no information on this online? Use the save game replay streamer. Okay, so I just got to figure out how to set that fucker to the save game replay streamer. Specialized version of the local files that has the ability to transfer a replay into save game slides is pretty useful. So should I try the save game replay streamer? But does this function in the same way that a null streamer, which is good for making local recordings? What are we researching? The replay editor in Unreal, which is a huge fucking piece of shit because like the documentation fucking sucks balls for it. And it seems like, okay, hold on. Let's see if we could just put a, is that correct? I don't know. Variable in the network replay streaming section of your project's default engine.ini file. Is it /script/engine dot network replay streaming? Oh, fucking motherfuck. GitHub. Hold on.
Two-factor authentication. How dare you?
Add a pass key. No, go away. Go to file, network replay streaming. Okay. Am I going on a side quest right now? If you can call, you could call it that. You could definitely call it that. I don't know what the actual ini file module is. Can be set by changing the default factory name variable in the network replay streaming. Sent you a link to the chat log to help. All right, let me see. Ow, my elbow. Chat GPT about replays. All right. Okay, I literally wrote it that way. However, it is not save game replay streaming. It is save game network replay streaming. Record a standalone non-networked session with the save game replay streamer. Hold on, why are we setting it to save game network replay streaming then? All right, let's see if you're right, ChatGPT. I feel like you never... Why does this... Hold on, I gotta read this shit. Why does this work for standalone non-network games? The replay system uses a demo net driver to capture replicate data, but it doesn't require an actual server client connection. As long as your actors are set to replicate even a single process demo net driver... It seems like I still have to replicate everything. I still have to replicate everything. It literally says it here. It's... I licked my microphone. Oh, God, that's got some years of gunk on there. And the code in UE5 that didn't allow for non-replicated. Network replay streaming. Enable the save game replay streaming plugin. Okay, motherfucker. Keep this open just in case. Oh, open Photoshop. That's not what I meant to do. Close. Go away. 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 Adobe, be gone. Yeah, it seems like the replay editor is going to be a lot of me figuring, like just us figuring that shit out. Is Marvel Rivals GDC that mentions replay system? It could be a good GDC talk to look at. Because their replay system actually looks relatively good for the most part. Okay, so now that we're using a different demo recording system, let's go ahead and fall through the world. Let's go ahead and re-record a new demo called Poop 1. Theirs is using stuff in UE5? Well, that's not helpful. Demo stop. I think it was demo stop. I don't remember. We're going to find out. Demo play poop 1. Yeah, basically the same result. I think the only way I'm going to be able to work with this is literally... I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to do a lot of work. By the way, ChatGPT saying to enable the plugin. There is no fucking plugin, man. Unless I need to put it in, maybe I need to put it into my my build file, but I'm pretty sure the build file is not for the editor. I'm pretty sure it's for the other thing. Just copy and downport Fortnite. It should show up in plugins. Let me click this link again. Enable the save game replay streaming plugin. Network replay streaming plugin. Guys, I don't got that. I might have to put it in my build file. But that being said, we're able to record demos. So, guys. Recording's built into game mode, man. There's no plugin. It's ancient. Hold on, let me go. Okay, UE4 replay streamer override. There was a Reddit post that showed that they had to dynamically loaded module names, add range, new. Okay, time to go to C++. Time to go to the C of the plus. Yes, sir. Where's my build file? Where's my build file? Where's my build file? Show me my build file. I think I have to turn this into an add range. Well, let's see if that's correct. Let's see if with Save Game Network Replay Streaming, we'll see if that's the right name. Let's see if this is... Yeah, I'm reading that, but I'm reading the 5.7 one, or 4.27 one, because I'm in 4.27. Yeah, I have no clue. We're gonna have to figure out how to replicate the enemies as well. It's gonna be a fun journey. If we can do everything locally. The Pokemon doesn't need to be added to build CS file. That's just C++ code can access it directly. ChatGPT is hallucinating about the module cell plugin. Okay, that's probably why this one Reddit post is talking about adding it. It's because they want to use some C++ for it. Either way, we'll probably end up doing some C++ stuff anyways. So, like right here, we have this. This is probably where ChatGPT is getting its code from. What I'm confused about is there's no plugin. We could try the null streamer instead. I guess it doesn't matter if I turn this into an ad range. What is it? Null replay streaming? Can I find a list of these actual fucking files? Posted it on Discord? Oh, the throwing bug? Yeah, okay. I'll take a look at that in a moment. Null streamer might work, but I recommend the local file one. Okay, let's try it out. Just to fuck with it, you know what I mean? I don't know if this is the actual name for it, null replay streaming. That being said, the documentation doesn't really help to allow me to figure out. I closed UE4 replay. Using the replay system. Okay, so do you have a list of like the different kind of like things we can, you know, use in here? How do I know? Such as in-memory network replay streaming or HTTP network replay streaming. The default value of local file network replay streaming can be changed by setting the default factory name in the network replay streaming section of your project's default engine.ini file. Okay, I'm assuming it's just null replay streaming. Or potentially it's null network replay streaming. Which one is it? Which one is it? The local file one also requires network. All right. All right. I just want to try it out. I want to see what difference these all make. I think they all require networking. Hey, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. You kind of like gaslit me. I thought I was gonna have the easy way out, and now I'm back to square one. Back to square one. Got it. Well, we got to replicate the variables. Well, it seems like we're gonna have to deal with the fucking networking, even though it's like not really networking because all we're doing is just replicating variables. So they changed it. I'm actually mad at these changes. I get you. I get you. I'm sure. I bet you the null streamer is maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Ah, great. Just gotta refresh this fucking file. Feasts. Feasts. The null streamer also requires replication? I love my job. 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 Yeah, I think the replay stream is gonna have to be a 1.1 thing, if not like I don't know. How far can you get just by using the node to execute console commands? Like, you can use the console commands to do demo recording and stuff like that. It's no problem. No problem at all. Factory names? No replay streaming. Oh, I think I named it wrong then. Yeah, I did. No replay streaming. Okay, so it was that one. It was kind of a coin flip, honestly. I love how there's like nowhere to find this information at all. There's like nowhere to find that information at all. Love that. Love that for my job. We could try the memory streamer, but that probably also requires replicated variables. I think they all just require replicated variables. Seriously wonder how the Sifu dev pulled it off? Probably doing exactly what I'm doing here. Painfully going through the process and realizing that it's all... The only variables are also functions. Anything. Anything that needs to be replicated needs to be replicated. Or at least sent to data. Gotta go eat birthday cake? Oh, dude. Enjoy, man. Shit. Replay mode? Not guaranteed. We're just experimenting with it. But we're gonna only experiment it for the next 5 minutes because we need to work on this patch. And experimenting, which is what we've been doing like constantly, does not release the patch. Unfortunately, it gets us nowhere. Yeah, montages we'd have to replicate. We haven't done any of that. Literally, the last time we worked on this, we just kind of messed around with it. But yes, we'd have to replicate all of the montages. All right, demo, play, poop 2, poop 3. Which one is this? Which poop are we on? We're on poop 3. Oh shit. All right, this is the null streaming, if it actually is setting it. Okay, he's dead. We just killed him. They're all the same. They're all the same. So they're all the same, basically. I think ideally we'd want the save game one, because then save game files, at least we can discover those. Was it easy to do the final clean suit replay window thingy? The clean suit window is a render target that happens in runtime. So that's not necessarily replay. That's actually in like real time a camera in that placement. There are footstep sounds in third person. They're just very quiet. I didn't want to make it too loud. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, replay editor. It's gonna be a ways away, guys. It's gonna be a ways away if we end up actually committing to that. Gonna be a ways away to get to that point, I believe. Okay, so this is a bug that one person's having because they specifically have kick and the counter button binded to the same button. But let's look into fixing it if we can. So, whoops. So it causes us to start walking. Hold on, I don't think that worked. Don't tell me this is a bug I can only experience in-game. I don't think it helps that I have a deagle. Oh, right. Sorry. This is not executing, actually. This is counterattacking, not executing. Whoopsies. So they're trying to have the kick button and the counter button. Like, technically, these are things that you're not supposed to be able to do, but we let it happen. So we'll try to make it so when you end the kick, the character just starts walking all of a sudden. So let's try to fix that. I don't really know why that's happening. You can have human shields? You can. You can just grab. There's the grab button. It's in the tutorial now. I've recently added it in. You can even flick enemies at each other. Reason being the latest patch in Steam. Technically all of 1.0 had grabbing. It's just it wasn't in the tutorial. So, but in the latest version, it should have it. Like in the tutorial, as in. Damage is all the same if you toss them into a wall, regardless of momentum. I think I want to say yeah. I think the thing is I'm not happy with where we ended up, at least for third person. I'm not happy with where we ended up with the grab, because like the way you have to flick them to like speed up their toss is like kind of unintuitive. In third person, in top down, it makes a little bit more sense, I guess, but it is I think a flat value. When you throw it into another enemy, they both deal I believe they both deal endurance damage. Yep. So that guy can now be executed. I wasn't in the tutorial. There's a mechanic I added in later on, and I just haven't updated the tutorial. But it's in now, so you know. That being said, I think based on what I've seen, 70% of players, or probably more, have not even done the tutorial. So even if it was in the tutorial, they would have missed it. I think even if I did put it in there, most people probably would have missed it anyways. Yeah, the grab is fun. It's a bit basic in the sense that you can't do like really crazy stuff with it, but yeah. Okay, so having kick and counter bind to the same event causes the player to start walking very slowly. I think what the problem is we start the kick and then we cancel it. It just seems like it's the movement speed. Where's the kick? Where are you, kick? Can you get hit with a human shield? If you are facing the direction of where an attack is coming, like a baseball bat, the human shield will take the damage and not you. If you get hit in the back with like a gun, I believe you will take the damage, obviously, so. Oh, we set the max walk speed to 150 when we kick? Why? Do we do that when we're punching? Yeah. Is this an old system? Let me see if that fixes it. I think it would. So that means countering while punching would also break this then. Why is that there though? I don't see any reason to slow down the movement speed during a kick because it's an anim montage anyways. I don't see why our move speed is changed during a kick. I don't see why. Pre-root motion jank, perhaps? That's the only thing I can think of. Is the pre-root motion jank, if any, if there is any. I can't really. No, because the running does the same thing. It. Hey, Sabe, how's it going? What are you saying, Ripper Junkie? No god will help you in this land. He's AI generating it. Nobody uses that long dash. Get that guy out of here. Hey. Hey, get out of here with that shit. AI slop. If you're gonna start getting poetic in here, at least write it yourself. You filthy animal. Does staying on the ground after diving have any advantages? Not really. It's just like a cool thing. I should probably put some advantages for it, though. You know, that is something that to consider. Yo, this game looks really fun. Long dash. What is it called? Question mark, exclamation mark. Maybe I wasn't using root motion when I made it. Maybe. It's possible. I don't know. Pastor Me must have had an idea for that movement speed change. I don't know. Because the thing is, your movement speed is adjusted either way. Your entire acceleration is reset when you punch. All right, so that was the wrong button. So this should work now. Are headshots any different? They're not. They are not. That might be something in 1.1. I'll put settings for them. By default, the primary weapon will not have that setting. The secondary weapons will. So they'll deal damage based off where you hit the enemy. And then you'll have a set. I think the idea is that I'm thinking in my head, you'll have a setting to be able to have enhanced hitboxes or whatever I plan on calling it for the primary weapon. If you wanted to choose that gameplay style. But headshots are not different. You can, with the default weapons, you can hit someone in the toe and it will deal as much damage as hitting them in the head. That's just because the overall design with top-down, I was trying to keep it consistent with top-down. For enhanced hitboxes, that would essentially just be just a completely different way of playing the game. So, yeah. Let's see, do I get hit when I'm on the ground? Yeah, enhanced hitboxes would not work in top-down. Like, I did add a setting where wherever you aim at an enemy, you'll actually, like, hit that spot. But I don't expect people to be able to quickly determine where to hit an enemy. So... I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna apply in top down. It'll be a like third person thing most likely. Most likely. What up, cat? Okay, that's fixed. Although I am concerned if I broke anything by changing that code. I am a little concerned about that. A little bit concerned. You guys have more control in top down? Yeah, Julian. I think the problem with I think I know which game you're talking about. That isn't that game a lot more slower paced? Like a lot more slower paced? Like it's like military kind of almost Spec Ops. Yeah, that's the thing. For this game, like this goes a lot more faster paced. I feel like that's a lot more difficult for this game just due to the pure nature of the game speed and everything. You know what I mean? All right, see, that looks written by a human being. You got like random capitals all over the place and shit. No, there's not a single fucking dash or comma in sight. That, hell yeah. Dude, someone accused me of using, now, okay, that they're partially correct. Partially. Someone accused me of using AI for my descriptions. I only used a little bit of AI to help me with grammar. That being said, all of the word choice, my own word choice. But they were like, bro, like, I came up with beautifully crafted violence. Like, come on, man. I think this is a great terminology, and they thought it's AI generated. Literally anything written properly now is like AI. It's all AI now. Oh my God. I was trying to look up after credit scene for Fantastic Four. The amount of fucking AI slop that's on YouTube trying to like fill in those fucking credit scenes. Can we get out of this timeline? Like, seriously. Can we get out of this timeline with this fucking AI slop? People in the comments like, wow, it looks so good and real. No, it doesn't. It looks fucking disgusting. It looks fucking disgusting. It looks awful. Oh, God. Oh, get me out of here. You should just watch the new Naked Gun. It's so good. I haven't seen it. I haven't even seen the original. Are bullet times the same with top down third person? They are. Or they should be, at least. They should be. Unless it's broke, which, you know, everything just randomly breaks in this game. Get this fucking replay system shit off my screen. Get it out of here. The TV show or the movie? I'm neither. I haven't seen neither. I might have seen it like once when I was a kid. I just didn't know what I was watching. That's possible. Timeline switched in 2000. Something happened to Loki, man. Something happened to Loki, and now we're all fucked. And now, like, the timeline is all messed up now. Like, what the hell happened? Who took the reins? Oh, that was more like, I don't know what I talked about in that video, but there was a few things that I think I did talk about, which is like depth perception, and a few things are a little different when it comes to... I think another thing I was thinking about is also like the bullet speeds and whatnot. I think that was something I talked about. This is why the TVA pruned timelines. Are you saying that we are supposed to be pruned and we just haven't been pruned yet? AI just gets better. You got to see what I can do now in VS Code and Studio. Bug test. That's cool, man. I think this is the end of like human-made content. I think shit's fucked. I'm getting into the doom and gloom phase again. Like every time I go on YouTube and TikTok, it's just so much, or not TikTok, sorry, like just YouTube in general, and trying to look up content. There's just so much garbage. You can't convince me. I'm sorry. Like no matter what, I think even if it gets really good, I think it's just going to create so much garbage. You got like thumbnails that are made with AI and stuff like that. I think that is ugh. I have thought about that, Rulaz. I have thought about that. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I have thought about making it so it's like if you don't want to do the challenges, you could just purchase things by using like a in-game cash or some shit. Yeah. I don't know if and when that would get in, but it is something I have thought about. Don't look at the garbage, it won't show up on your feed. Listen, man, sometimes you accidentally click on something because the thumbnail is just low quality enough. Like a, for example, someone recording a after credit scene in a theater, so obviously they can fuck with it. They went as far as generating and randomly putting in rapper sounds and like fucking kids talking during the... Like, obviously, I clicked out of that one in 5 seconds, but then I clicked on another one, and then they like, God, I just wanted to see what the after credit scene, like the actual after credit scene was. But there's people that are like, yeah, this is what it would look like, and they like actually put like the title is like, oh, the actual credit scene. They didn't specify that it's AI created. God, or yeah, Peter, that too. AI videos of AI voiceover chat GPT generated story videos. I just want to see like a breakdown. Sometimes I just want to see a breakdown of a show or a movie. And I want to hear a real person narrate over it. But instead, it's a fucking shitty AI voice and... God. It fucking sucks. There is swapping shoulder view. It's by default Z. Or Z, if you're Canadian. And you can also change that in the input settings. You can change that hotkey right down here, swap shoulder. Dislike the video, and I think algorithm won't recommend anything similar. Interesting. Is that how the dislike button works? Do I like practical effects or CGI more in movies? Curious if as a dev you feel more strongly towards CGI. Listen, man, I just want something that looks good. You can have good practical, you can have really shitty practical, you can have good CGI, and you can have really fucking shitty CGI. Just give me something that looks good. That's all I care about. Practical is obviously cool, but I think it's like a lot of times unnecessary. Just for, I feel like a lot of movies, they do practical just for the sake of doing practical, rather than doing practical because it actually matches and works for making the film. I feel like they just do it just because they want to fucking do it, or maybe like, ugh. Have I seen the Bigfoot AI vlogs? Not gonna lie, those make me laugh. I've not seen those. I probably won't, but you know, I'm sure they're funny. They can be funny. It's just I can see how it's infecting the internet, like the dead internet theories and. In high regard. Turning off watch history is great for YouTube every once in a while. Does that turn off algorithm? I like I love the Transformers movie with Shia LaBeouf. The Bumblebee wasn't bad. Like that one was a nice one. Bumblebee wasn't bad, but nothing beats the first Transformers. Nothing beats the first Transformers in terms of effects and sound and just CGI and everything. You can't use the homepage, only subscription page. Maybe use YouTube less. Ah. Never really thought that the internet was ever really alive, so to speak. I don't get the sense of life people speak of. I don't know. This is just a different vibe to it. I think there was just a different vibe to it. I think part of it was like social media wasn't really like a thing back then, I guess, to an extent. And also when people were making content, there was no monetary expectation from it a lot of the time because there was no monetary output at all back then on a lot of the YouTube, right? So like YouTube videos were just straight up like people just making YouTube videos. I don't even know if people were making ad revenue back then or at all. Like it was just like people just making videos. There was probably some ad revenue, I'm sure, but not to the extent now where you have kids that want to become YouTubers as a job. That wasn't really like a thing back then. So I think now, I think a lot of the difference is that there's just such a huge business element added to everything. Don't get me wrong, I do that in some extents as well, but I kind of just sometimes when I start posting on YouTube, it's not because I'm trying to have monetary value out of it. It's just because I want to fucking upload some shit. I do want to upload some shit and just talk about things. But yeah. Haven't watched Bumblebee yet? I'd recommend it. It's like a fun little watch. I feel like that's a fun one. No joke, everyone wants to be a comedian slash YouTuber slash podcast creator nowadays. Not that there's anything wrong with that. The world changes with or without us. You know, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like grass is greener on the other side type of thing. Like, oh yeah, oh I want to become that. And maybe there's a misconception that's created where it's like YouTubers just make money out of fucking nothing, out of nowhere. But getting to that point where you can actually take advantage of all those things is would take you a long time. You got a boost. December 2007 YouTube partner program begins. I know there was the partner program, but I don't know if people were making revenue, or it was definitely not as known. I feel like it started becoming more known probably around, like, if I were to guess, 2014. Probably when Google bought YouTube. Because didn't Google buy YouTube later on? When did that happen? When did Google buy YouTube? 2006. Interesting. So they already had their hands on that shit real early. Began with pre-roll. Yeah, so I guess at that point it was just not known. I feel like it became more known years later as like a universal thing. And I feel like what happened was a new generation was born and then they grasped onto it and then, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it took a bit for it to warm up and become like such a known thing on YouTube. Little brother's getting close to being monetized, but he loves posting about Fortnite. Just don't know how much. I just don't have much love creating for just one thing. Hey, I wouldn't bash on it, right? I know. I imagine you're not bashing on it, right? But you know, everybody has their thing. If he's having fun with it, I think that's the biggest part, right? Click on not interested or don't recommend channel. That way the algorithm learns what I like and interested into. I'm just too fucking lazy to do that. You know what I mean? Like, PewDiePie becoming a millionaire triggered it off in full. I could agree with that. I do think PewDiePie was probably definitely a contributor to the YouTube scene and kids wanting to become YouTubers. I could definitely agree with that. I would say he was probably definitely a large part of it. I wouldn't say he was the part of it. I would say he was the large part of it, for sure. Did we squash most of the bugs? The list is almost complete. Scrolls up. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. To be fair, we have shortened this list a lot. To be fair, we have shortened the list. Mm-hmm. Okay, shooting supposed to be in third person is incorrect. Firing behind it. Okay, so the fix for that, let's see, what is the collision type for this? Pawn? Pawn. Let me double check if this is even a problem. You know, that's not very good. Visibility. It's set to block. Oh, is it because it's hitting the glass? No. What? What the hell? God, I hate how the... I love how there's an inner monologue widget. That's whenever we put it like a dialogue on the player character. Wait, what? How? What? Huh? Is what? What's the collision of this fucking thing? Dude. What? This doesn't make any sense. Camera? I don't know what that sphere trace is for. I'm sure past me had a vision for it. Why is it ignoring the... Oh, you know what? Maybe the crosshair's on it. Maybe it's just when we fire. Oh, yeah, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, wait, hold on. Shit. Wait, hold on. Cooking. World static. World dynamic. Enemy. Physics prop. Vehicle. And we don't trace on pawn. Nor do we trace on... Oh, let's just set this to enemy and see what happens. Well, let's just see what happens. It's still broken. What? Is it weird that it's on the left side only? For me, it has no problem on the right side. It's probably because... Yeah, I don't know why it's on... I don't know why that's happening. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know why that's happening. Does this have aim assist? It does. That's so weird. That's really weird. I don't know why this is happening. Can you show the collision while playing? Let's see. Yeah, it's there. The full collision's there. It's like not counting it as a hit, which is really weird. Obviously here it makes sense until we set this back to enemy. What? What? That doesn't make any... What if I set it to world dynamic? It's still not being... What? Is this being overwritten? Is the collision type being overwritten? Oh, you motherfucker. It's being... it's being overwritten, which would explain why it's... Collision profile. Wait, where's the collision profile? Is that a private... Why the fuck is this private? It's set to physics actor, so that means like... Physics actor, what do you get defaulted to when you set physics actor? Physics body. Can we go ahead and make it so shooting at a physics body is actually accounted for? Oh, we might not want to do that because then we end up shooting enemies, enemy bodies. Well, let's check. That should now work properly, but by doing that, are we causing any issues? Let me get the default weapon because it has a higher fire rate. think it's okay. I don't know though. Okay. Well, the explosive barrel's working now. I just hope we didn't accidentally introduce any new issues from that. No, it's because because it's one of those issues where you remake the collision exactly how it is and it still worked. It's because physics body was not being set, and we were setting the collision profile type of the physics prop to physics actor. Which makes sense. I think the problem with that is now physics assets are going to get in the way of like shooting things, potentially. Which, you know, sometimes not fun. Yeah. There should be shrapnel coming out of the barrel that may hit the enemy instead of just an explosion. At that point, we'd also have to hit the player. So. Alright, well, that's fixed, but might have caused bugs. Might cause bugs. One thing that would be kind of neat, though, after doing this, we could make it so you can overkill. Not overkill, but like shoot a body. Would that be against MasterCard and Visa's rules? I'm pretty sure that would cause issues on console. I know for sure that would cause issues on console. Because I seeing the whole debacle, the whole debacle, the whole, I don't know how to fucking say that word after you guys gaslit me last stream. Seeing the whole thing that went down with, what's it called? What's that SWAT game? I keep forgetting the name of it, man. The SWAT game. They had that whole thing where they had to like... Debacle? Man, it is not debacle. It's debacle. Not debacle. That's ridiculous. They would have put an R in there. Will co-op come to this game? He's been working on replicating variables? No. If any sort of replicated variables would only work for the replay editor. Because the thing is, there's no way I'm doing co-op. Let me see the bullet. What does the bullet hit? The bullet hits anything that is damageable. Okay, kind of going on a tangent here. This is technically not a feature that I need to put in, but could be fun. Could be fun. Hey, Danger, thank you for the gifting a membership. I didn't even know YouTube had that as well. Scope creep detected. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be. Don't you worry about a thing. I'm just trying to find where the collision is set for the mesh. Ah, ragdoll. I went to college is definitely debacle. Listen, motherfucker, you can go to college for anything, okay? And just because you went to college doesn't mean that you're now like some English fucking professional, okay? I could go to college for game design and look at what could happen. I'm kidding. It was a bad joke. Where am I? Where the hell am I? I need to... So the bullet is damageable. I need to set the trace channel response. Of damageable to block. And I'm curious what's going to happen. Does it block the bullets when I do that? Oh, that counts as a hit because I'm hitting the enemy. Well, that's not very good. Hello, please can have game for free, please? Sonny, don't cause a problem. Hey, Danger, thanks for gifting another subscription. Or, membership, sorry. Okay, so two things we'd have to do. For one, I'd have to make sure that killing an enemy doesn't stop the bullet. It does. Okay, so what we'd have to do... I don't know if adding an actor tag is going to be enough. We might have to add a component tag. But let's see. Let's see if an actor tag does the job. We'll encounter this in 2 steps. Okay, bullet went through. So that's step 1. I wasn't clicking. I don't know why. Wait. Oh. Uh-oh. The bullet is going through him no matter what. Not very good. The bullet is going through him after the fact. Not very good at all, actually. Let's go ahead and do... Let's see if... Yeah... God, I hate delays. Anyways, let's put a delay in. So the goal is I need to be able to immediately shoot through the guy. Okay. I'm getting a burnout just by looking at this collision fixing. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Listen, man, guys, listen. This is work, okay? This is work. It's my job. Don't tell Krim I can fix this problem with AI in a Python script. You know what I could do? I could shove the AI up my asshole. Like a butt plug. They have that these days. They have a plug-in. You can I know someone who put a butt plug vibrator plug-in in their video game for some reason. I love that. Do I like AI? No, I don't. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm becoming an old man. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Butt plug IO. Not even dropping the name of the game. Sonny, you know which game was it on Discord? Who was it that put buttplug.io into their game? What do you think the vibration feature is for on consoles? No, I don't think it's Giantess Playground because it's someone on our Discord that I'm in. Maybe it was ZPixel. Maybe, might be, probably. I think it's great though. I think it's so funny. If I put that in the game, what would it do? Vibrate when you get hit? When you get hit in real life, it vibrates. Vibrate every shot. Oh my god, dude. Oh shit. Oh, the taser enemy. Yes, when you're getting... Oh, that dude. God, that would be the funniest fucking thing. That's the 1.2 update sorted? Oh, dude, that's the game plan right there, brother. Where the fuck I am? Alright, so... Problem. The bullet hits enemies and counts towards enemies when they're dead. So, so here's what I'm thinking. I did put some haptic feedback. I put a bunch of controller vibration stuff. Just not the other type of vibration stuff, you know? You know what I mean? Okay, so I just need to make sure that we don't add to the combo if if you're hitting a dead enemy. Ah. Wait. Uh-oh. Where do we deal damage at the very beginning? Uh-oh. 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 Tags. Add unique. Added perfect shot. Hold on, I'm spaghettifying my code a little bit more. Does not contain has died and does not contain added perfect shot. So, by doing this, in theory, I should no longer be able to add a bunch of combos. But it can still penetrate and work. They still go, ow, oh, ow, ooh, ee, ow, ooh. Let's leave that in the game. It goes to show they're actually not dead. They're actually not dead. They're alive. Ooh, ah. Yes, ooh, ah. Big lore implications. It's an action movie scene. You're actually shooting them with paint. And your gun is using blanks. Hey, that's why I always said the glass breaking the way it did, all of the glass is wait, hold on. Did that bullet not go through the glass? Okay, it did. Never mind. We're fine. I just noticed, though, I think we are multi-hitting them. Are we multi-hitting them? Man was about to do the gritty. Did you guys see what he was doing? He just, like, started dancing. Anyways. Okay. How do you throw an RPG? I don't know. How do you kick down a door that goes flying into a dude and fucking whacks him? And by whacks him, I mean breaks his legs. It's a video game. I don't know. You're making the game. I don't. You just throw it. You hit T. Hit T. Okay, so you can... Now, ideally, it would be cool making it so it resets the physics and does a little more physical animation hits, or like physics hits. I don't know why it's not continuing that, but... anyways, what do I call this? Added overkilling? I guess we technically added overkilling. That was it. That's all it took. That being said, does it work on other weapons, such as the nail gun? The firing rate is not very helpful for this. That something doesn't seem right. Something doesn't seem right about that. But, you know, fuck it, I guess. We ballin', I suppose. Is there something wrong with being able to do that? Maybe. Is it fun? Yes. Is it psychotic? Potentially. A little bit. It is a nail gun. It is a nail gun. Okay, that should stop that from happening, I believe. I regret to inform you that it is not happening. Where do we drop the bullet? This code's starting to get worse and worse as time goes on. Now, I could probably clean this up by collapsing some of these nodes. Don't get me wrong. That would probably clean up a lot of this. Or, fuck it, you know? Make it bad so I don't ever want to look at it again. You know what I mean? Hey! Do I like Queso? I've never really watched him. I never really watched him. Okay, the only problem is that like the hit sound is like playing a lot. Well, let's just hope nobody files a complaint after doing what they did. In fact, that's fucked up, man. Maybe we shouldn't put that in the game. Maybe we shouldn't. You know, I don't know if we should put that in the... Let's just not tell anybody it's a feature. Maybe that's fine. You can turn off the blood. Somewhere in the game. Show blood. It's in video. It is. Just another day at work. Turning a guy into a piece of paper. That's the YouTube live stream demonetized? Hey, you say that, but like it might. Did you ask Visa and MasterCard for their consent? It's almost like we have to... Do you think it's going to get to a point where the only way you can get past that bullshit is by putting in your like beginning of your scene, hey, all of the actors in this game have consented to blah 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 blah? You know what I mean? Is it going to get to that point where that's going to have to be a thing? We're going to have to specify that the enemy actors that are not real beings in the game have consented to having whatever is being done here. You know what I mean? By the way, bad news. I think because we added the tag after the fact, they are no longer dropping the bullet. Because this happens beforehand. Okay. Crazy idea. What if we add that there, and then that happens after? So we add the combo, and then we add the thing. Will that break anything? I'm also realizing I'm not getting combo for that. Do you guys realize? Did you guys see that? Oh shit, we're overwriting the hit result. Man, fucking... Ugh, okay, put this... Okay, hold on. Put this here. Put this here. Added perfect shot. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm thinking. We're adding a lot of tags to these characters. I hope that's not a bad thing to do. I really hope this is okay. Okay, we can probably remove that breakpoint. Okay, now we test hit here, hit here. Okay, now we test up. All right. They'll delist every game that has adult content. We don't have adult content, but what is adult content defined as? I do think it is problematic that we literally have two. Okay, all of this aside, I do think it is slightly problematic that in all of the world, or most of the world, there's two payment processors that are like the thing everywhere. Visa and MasterCard. Like when someone asks you if they want to pay, is like a Visa or MasterCard, it's like, motherfucker. I know there's more, but they're definitely like, they're more like used in like Europe and potentially Asia and various other places, right? But in America, I feel like we don't have that many. Like the fact American Express is one too, but isn't it American Express just a bank, like a card? Like they don't actually, they're not a, are they a payment processor? Yeah, they don't care about all the actual atrocities their services enable. Yeah, it's gaming. It's whatever. I feel like gaming is always Amex is just a card. Yeah, I think Amex is just a card. I don't think it's an actual like processor. Adult is mainly blood and violence. I see adult as like sexual content, nudity, like that. I wouldn't see blood and violence as adult. I guess I'm just stupid then. Hee hee ha ha. Don't worry, me too, man. But you're not stupid. Don't you worry. I am. I believe Amex does the entire thing? Let's see. Maybe they do. American Express card. American Express back of card. You might be right. You know what? Actually, Sonny, you might not be stupid at all. I think they literally use American Express. I think is literally their own thing. Like everything about American Express is their own thing. I don't see a single Visa or whatever logo on the back of their cards. So you were right the entire time. They'll bend over the first time the wind blows. Not really a valid option. That being said, I haven't seen any drama with American Express, so. Fuck you, YouTuber guy, asshole, bitch. Hey, tone it down, man. Calm down. Jeez, making my hair look bad. What happened? It's not really about woke. Yeah, I don't give a shit about woke. It's just trying to control. Like, I guess it's technically within their power, but I think what someone was saying is payment processors should be considered as a utility, which I would agree with how much, how much is there. So normal Twitch chat and people say kick is wild. No, I think he's memeing. He's memeing. It's sunny. We have some pretty chill chats. It ain't no W and L stream, but it ain't boring either. Thank goodness. Thank goodness y'all motherfuckers aren't just constantly typing paragraphs and with proper punctuation and whatever. God, there's some game dev streams that, well, just in general, very technical streams that kind of lean into like paragraphs and punctuation and shit. It gets kind of boring, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I kind of just want to see, people typing KEKW and Omega Lol and stupid streamer KEKW, you know what I mean? Like little things like that, pointing emoji, you know what I mean? Time to time, that's funnier than, I've been actually thinking about the susceptibility of blah, 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 period. You know what I mean? Like, it's boring as shit, I'm gonna be honest. Not for me, personally. Drag and drop dev Omega Lol. Okay, everybody tone it down, okay? I'm not having a good day. My back hurts. I think it's good that this ban kicked off early. It'll train people to find alternative payment methods. Maybe. I think, if anything, it's just like, hey, government, do something about this. This is not good, especially considering the amount of power that these payment processors have. Like Valve bending the knee immediately. I wouldn't trust the government. 30 on 30? Not a big fan of the government. I'll send my cash to Steam to get a game in 10 business days. Unironically, you could probably do that. They probably have like a mail service where you can mail money and actually purchase a game doing that way. Just like how with every giveaway, there's a law, at least I think in California, you cannot do a giveaway that you have to be able to make it so people can send a form to join a giveaway without having to pay anything. And you have to be in the terms. It's just annoying, and obviously not many people are going to do it, but you have to be able to join a giveaway by sending mail to a location to join the giveaway for free. No questions asked. You know how a lot of people are like, you have to subscribe to join this giveaway. There are some laws that actually stop you from doing it. That's why doing giveaways is actually so fucking problematic, because there's so many things attached to it. It's kind of annoying. Okay, added overkilling. I guess we added that to the game. Wait, question though. Does that cause problems with the revolver? I guess not. We had some bugs though that I saw with the revolver. I did see someone report something. The revolver shoots the glass. We'll have to fix that. Okay. Some cool stuff done today. What did we do? Mostly bug fixes. We added overkilling, I guess. Though I would like to do a little bit more to it. Like, I think making it so like some physics happens when you shoot them could be kind of fun. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That could be kind of fun. You know what I mean? A little bit of physics push when an enemy gets hit by a bullet, even though they're, you know what I mean? Yeah. Exactly. I actually don't know why that's not being done. Um. Uh. Hit component. Hit component. Impulse? Add impulse at location. Yes. Hit bone name. Yes. Hit location. Yes. Impulse. Impact normal. No, normal. Multiply by 500. Yes. Okay. Okay. This stream is definitely getting demonetized. This stream definitely getting demonetized. No, we don't want the normal. We want the trace start, find lookout rotation, to trace end, then the forward vector, multiplied by the value, and let's do like 5,000. Let's get crazy with it. Better get crazy with it. Did you finish both Red Dead Redemption games? Just finished the second one and it destroyed me. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't play them. I recently played Max Payne 3 and it reminded me that I absolutely fucking hate Rockstar's way of approaching character locomotion. Like, absolutely hated it. I think it's kind of affecting their death. I'm not a huge fan of it. Something about this doesn't feel ethical. I don't know what it is. It's just something's not clicking. something about testing this. It does. I just, you know what I mean? I don't know why. It just something about it just doesn't feel ethical. I don't know what it is. Okay, so this is the flip side. We want this to contain the added perfect shot because this would essentially be checking if they're in overkill mode because we don't want this to apply until afterwards, which then means when they first get shot, I think it still ran it. Hold on, let me see if that's actually... Ah, shit. We can't use that. There you go. I think that's one way of doing it. A little hacky, but you know, it works. My code quality has definitely dwindled, I think, within the past 96 hours. The quality of my code has diminished to what seems to be absolutely fucking awful. Means it's time for a new game. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it means. Bada bing. You know what I kind of want to try? Can we, like... Any games that I've been playing that I would recommend, assuming that you have time to play? I play a little bit of... Okay, I play very, like, obscure games, I guess. Not obscure, like, I've been playing Deadlock from time to time. I've been playing a lot of old school RuneScape on Iron Man. But the thing is, that's not for everyone. A lot of old school RuneScape, been enjoying that. But I understand that's not for everybody. I'm going to probably try out Battlefield 6 tomorrow. And I might play that on stream. We'll see. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what it's like. If I can boot it up. I got to make sure that my whole secure boot shit is working. I checked yesterday and I have it set up properly, so we'll see. I'm curious to see how fun Battlefield 6 looks. It actually has a very nostalgic touch to it, which I think will be fun. I don't know. Hopefully. I just want it to be fun, man. I just want it to be fun. Alright, add impulse at location. So, I got a question. What if we add angular impulse as well? And we kind of randomize it in a cone. $45, multiply 4,000. This would cause them to spin a little bit. Bone name, hit bone name. Add angular impulse. What if instead of the bone name, we use pelvis? What happens? Can we do like, can we emulate that like... We might be able to. Cone direction Z1, multiply by 8,000. Pelvis. I want to see if I can launch them up. Let's just try doing a like a ridiculous number. I want to see if it even does anything. If Battlefield 6 has offline bots, that's an insta-buy for me. It seems like they have bots in general, which I'm not too fond of. I think one of the things that really killed Fortnite for me is the fact that they have bots in that game. I think for me, it's kind of an like if I wanted to play offline, definitely like that'd be fine. But I think if I wanted to play online, like I want to play against online, you know, human beings and stuff like that. Hold on, let's try up the number, triple it, give it to the last guy. Cone direction, this is Z up, right? Let's try spine 02. Hold on. No bots during online matches, but give me an option to play by myself offline. For sure. I think that could be kind of fun. Especially with the amount of tools that it seems like they're trying to push into the new Battlefield. It does look interesting. Wait, is this even doing anything? I'm gonna be honest. This shit ain't doing shit. It's not doing shit. Even with 5, whatever the number is. Huh? Hold on. Give me the forward vector. Add angular impulse. What is it? What is it called? Angular. Yeah, it's angular impulse. Why does this hate me? This should work. This should work. Finally, progress. Finally, some progress. What are you trying to do? I'm just trying to keep them up longer. I'm just trying to keep their body up a little longer. Oh, dude, that's funny. One of my favorite standards of game nowadays is the use of ragdolls. I want to do a lot more active ragdoll stuff for my next game. I think that's going to be one of its biggest pillars. Is going to be like enemies active ragdolling. The player can active rag. Like if an explosion goes off, they go like Helldivers 2. You know, like I want to do stuff like that. I think that could be really fun, and there could be some really fun elements there. I think there could be some really fun elements. Okay, so instead of the pelvis, let's try spine 0, 2. Let's up this number. Not that much. That's a lot. That's a lot of number. Wait, hold on. Actually, let's try this with a secondary weapon. Do I actually have to add... Okay, maybe not that much. Do I actually have to add that much if it's not a velocity change? Like, ideally, what would be better is to apply a little bit of physical animation to them, so then we can try to keep their legs upright. But can we do that without setting some physical animation stuff? Because, like, yeah, that would work, but... Let's try pelvis again. Whee! Oh my god. I kind of think that's really funny. You know what? That's not what I meant to do. I'm sorry. I apologize. Cool. You know what? Like, the thing is, we turned off the physical animation system, which is over yonder, right here. We can hook it back in. I think we were trying to test if this was causing the crashes. It wasn't causing the crashes, but that being said, we did change a bunch of the stuff, so I don't know if it's going to work. As you can see. As you can tell... Have I ever played a game called Shank? No, but I feel like I can visualize the cover art for it. I feel like I've seen it before. I feel like I've definitely seen that before. Okay. This is broken now. We need to somehow fix this. The problem is that the fuck, the capsule they're attached to, which we moved, is now breaking it, which does not fucking help us. And for some reason, we don't detach the mesh from the capsule. Which is really annoying. Hold on. It's supposed to. It's supposed to detach. Wait. Is it not supposed to detach? Get up XD. Ballistic collision. It's because what we do when an enemy dies, we it's a very silly thing, but when an enemy dies, we move their capsule component below the world because it was causing an issue. I think we fixed it though. We did. Wait, why does it not work with the secondary weapon, but it works with everything else? Oh shit, we can't. Oh, no wonder why it wasn't working. This checks if you're using a secondary weapon. No. Oh no. We can't use that. Where were we doing it? We were doing it here. The only thing is by doing it here, I don't like doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. There's a lot of things I'm doing that I don't like doing, and I'm doing it anyways, because fuck it. Because if it looks cool, it looks fucking cool. And who gives a shit? As long as it functions well, that's the biggest problem. A sequence into another sequence. Doing a lot of things I don't like doing. Because what I'm going to be doing is calling this exact same line of code. Yeah, you guessed it. I fucking hate it. Deleting that reroute node. Oh, I thought I crashed. Wow. Thank you, Unreal. The spaghetti must grow. Hey, I'm trying to... Hey, listen. Can't have carbonara without a little bit of... cream. Oil. Whatever. I don't know. I don't care. All right. So, this should allow bullets to overkill. I actually can't tell. Is it? Technically I don't need to do that. I can just do this check. A sequence into a sequence. Oh, wait. That makes sense. It doesn't have perfect shot. Because you can't add a perfect shot to an enemy. Ah, shit. Tags. Contains shot. Shot. Oh shit. Oh shit, man. Oh man. Oh dude. Oh dude. Okay. Okay, now it works. All right, the upward impulse, a little too high, guys. A little bit too much. A little bit too much, gotta say, a little bit too much. Oh man. Weapon type. What you got for me? Ah, fuck off. We could take into account the damage amount. Do I also send information of how custom impulse multiplier? Let's just do this. 7,000. I also haven't tested a shotgun yet. So let's test the shotgun. We haven't tested the shotgun yet. Shotgun, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, hell to the yeah. This is gonna be fun. Hell yeah. Paint the city red. What is that saying from? I swear there's a game called Paint the City Red or something. I just realized something, by the way. That shotgun slug did not go through that enemy. Do you guys see that? Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. Do I like that? Do you guys like that? I don't know if I like that. Slow-mo. 0.05. Yep, all of the slugs hit him. At the same time. Oh yeah, because we put the slight delay in the penetrable tag by 0.1. Oh shit. What was that to fix? I don't remember what that was to fix. Oh, that was to fix the bullet literally going through an enemy. Right? Was that the... God, that's a really shitty way to fix that. This does feel pretty cool though. I'm pretty happy with these changes. I'm actually like really happy with them. I think there's some really good changes in here. It feels more action-y, you know what I mean? Hopefully people are okay with it. I don't know. Does this look good on stream? The changes? Do these changes look good on stream? What if I set that delay to 0, which means it's a frame ahead? Okay, well the bullet isn't penetrating. It's not penetrating. The only thing this means is because of overkill, some of the shotgun slugs are not hitting the enemy behind them. We could see that as a mechanical feature. But it is technically not correct. Let's try getting real up close. Still seems to go, some of them seem to go through. And then we were able to fix the problem with the animations not playing. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here. Spine 01, neck 01, thigh 0, thigh left and thigh right. Angular velocity strength, orientation strength. Let's like lower that. See what kind of result we get out of that. Only one way to see if this feels good. And to see if it broke anything is by playing the game. Why am I lagging? Get these UI elements off my screen. Wait, I have not played Shank. I'm curious, instead of doing what we were doing with these bones, spine 01, neck 01, thigh, what if we just do pelvis? Pelvis does the full body physical animation. I'm curious how that looks. Another day in the indie world. Why is that happening? I'm lowering the strengths because I don't want the animation to take that much. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the animations. Aren't we supposed to multiply this much higher? Hold on, we need to... I just want to... Let's just go through... Let's not go through this randomize. Let's just go through this. And I want to go into the test level again, and I want to test this out. This impulse is not doing anything. What if I instead go through there? I really hate all of these errors and warnings. It's kind of it's pushing me off. Oh, oh, right. I think the only reason why the physics is breaking is because we're including self. And including self with the pelvis is not a good idea. Oh, okay. That probably explains it. This add impulse is not doing anything, which is really... It's not doing anything. What if I do velocity change? Okay, now it's doing something. Just not what I'd like it to do. I'm going to try to lower some of these values. See if we can do more physics-based movements. Let's see here. You know what I kind of want to try? Animation montage. Baseball swing. Just give me a second. What does it look like if they play the baseball swing? Or what if they play hit front hard? I don't know if they can actually play that animation. We could try increasing the strengths. See if interesting. So they can't walk, which makes sense because the capsule doesn't exist. So if we wanted to do something like that, I would have to keep their capsule alive until we no longer need it so that they can move around. They can have that thing where they're like moving backwards, or you know what I mean? Like they still get hit, but they move around a bit. That's most likely what I'd have to do there, I think, based on what I can see. Based on what I can see. Instead of thighs, what if we do calf? It's not horrible. That then raises the question, what if we do foot rather than calf? What happens then? Okay, they look a little weird, I ain't gonna lie. What if we don't do legs at all? Let's go back. I'm gonna copy paste this just as a duplicate. Let's put that into bones instead. Okay. Curiosity. Oh, okay, so he'll play the animation. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So he is kind of staying upright. I actually kind of like that. I think I like that better. Okay, but then the question is, can we do pelvis? Actually, I think we can do pelvis, actually. It might just be the normal impact that we do is too strong. No, let's not do pelvis, though. Let's do spine. Spine. For some reason, neck is being called in here, even though spine 01, I think, should go down the... It should hit that anyways, so... Basically, the cool thing about this animation is it does make them stay upright a little bit longer. Essentially. I don't know what that looks like in top down. God, these UI things are just really annoying. Come on. Get off screen. Come on. Clear the space. All right. Sure. I'm down. I'm down to put that back in. We'll see how it looks. You're out of stream already, doing overtime today? Well, like, I'm just trying to get some work done, man. What do you mean? So now there's a little bit of variation in their deaths. All right, I forgot to default. Now I wonder what the ragdolls look like with melee attacks. I don't think it makes that much difference. Because I think when you kill an enemy with melee, it's using a different system, pretty sure. I'm gonna have to do some extensive testing to make sure I didn't break anything. Everything so far is working well, but, you know, anything could happen. Oh, it is I do see the ragdolls playing. Dude, I'm curious. Hold on. Hit front hard. Does that actually play the walking animation? Going backwards? Oh, they disappeared because I exceeded the checkpoint. Hold on. No, it doesn't look like they can move backwards because there's no like root motion for them to move backwards. So they're just like we would need the root motion to allow them to walk backwards. One of these ragdolls though, I really dislike. I think one of these animations I'm not a fan of. I don't know which one it is. I want to say it's maybe this one. Just because of how the body movement is being played. Not sure. One of these I'm not a huge fan of. I just don't. I don't know if I don't know if I like the animations they're playing. That's my problem. I think that's my problem. I'm not like 100% happy with the animations that they're playing. Cool. The overkill has a fun element with the dinky pistol. Okay, let's see in this next room with the SMG. I think this will be a cool spot to see the overkilling. We could definitely easily make them like walk backwards by keeping some of their character movement going. It's just the problem becomes for some reason all of the other AI gets they get stuck and they try to like run around the character, which is not what we want. And I don't know how to fix that because I literally... I've tried to fix that. Yeah, the shotgun really goes crazy when there's a ton of enemies. Which might not be good because there's a ton of blood being spawned, which might lag the game a bit. So I might have to fix that a little bit. This will definitely feel a lot better with that door opening and a bunch of enemies coming through. We could even have enemies coming in from here. And luckily, because we specifically place it here, we can just have them running in, which is great. Not that it would make much sense. Or we could have them running in, I guess from that doorway, I don't know. If you switch the blood into a simple PNG, wouldn't it make it easier on the game? It is a very simple texture. The problem is that we're using decals and all this other stuff. Something that I did see one game do, which is very interesting, instead of using decals, they used actual meshes for the blood, just with a texture on it. And that game was, trying to think here, which game was that did that? Having a brain fart. They have a coin. You could flip a coin. When you shoot the coin, it like bounces on an enemy and deals more damage. What's the game called? I know someone knows what it's called. Ultra hot, ultra blood, ultra kill. There we go. That's what it was. Took me a bit. Process of elimination. Yeah, I know Ultra Kill uses meshes for its blood, which is very interesting. Very interesting approach. I don't know why Ruby typed in ultra sex. For some reason my chat doesn't show that, but it shows in the thing on the left, on the right over there. I don't know why I can't see it, but it shows it there. That doesn't make any sense. That's really funny. Anyways, I'm gonna go. That was fun, adding that, even though we technically didn't need to. But hey, fuck it. We ballin'. Sometimes the thing that I think adds nothing actually adds a lot. And that could be a content warning and potentially the game being banned in certain countries, potentially. Anyways, if you turn off blood, it's not as bad. You know, they just go flying, right? Where's blood again in video? Show blood. Yeah, that's not as bad. That's not as bad. Like yeah, just a bunch of dust everywhere. Oh shit. One thing that's funny is they still play the ouch sounds when they get hit. I don't care to fix that right now, so we'll just leave it in. It's kind of funny when you just, ow, ooh, ow, ooh, ow. If anything, I actually think it's a feature. Anyways, thanks for dropping by. My body hurts. I'm gonna hop out and, I don't know, stretch for like 20 years. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Fun little day. We fixed a few bugs, added overkilling, modified physics ragdolling, a bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We will potentially play Battlefield 6 on stream, because I think By the time I go live, I'm pretty sure it'll be live. So, fuck it. We'll do it live. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for lurking, chatting, and sticking around. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Goodbye.